Johnny Carson has kept us up at night, laughing at him and at ourselves, and shaping public opinion in the process. Tonight, the king of late-night comedy signs off after 30 years of hosting The Tonight Show. And America says, good night, Johnny.
Good evening, I'm Lynn Ganser.
And I'm Norman Robinson. Well, television sets across the country will be tuned in tonight as Johnny Carson gets set to say goodbye to The Tonight Show. Carson was in an upbeat mood as he reported for work at the NBC's Burbank studios. A crowd of staff members was on hand to show their appreciation. The final program has already been taped, so you can see it here on 6 WDSU right after tonight's newscast. Lynn?
Tonight's special is expected to draw a huge audience of Carson faithful. Diane Diaz has a look back.
No guest was too big or too little to go a few rounds with Johnny.
I know when your birthday is.
You know when my birthday is?
Yes.
When?
October 23rd, 1925.
The boy got it right. Johnny was born in Corning, Iowa in 1925. From there, his family moved to Norfolk, Nebraska in 1933. Even as a youngster, he showed off that special flair, the aura of a shining star. From magic shows to radio to his first gig on camera.
This is WOW-TV, Omaha, Nebraska. The world's in quite a boxed-up situation. December, Christmas Day, 1950.
In the 1950s, his career grew with the popularity of television. And it wasn't long before he was big enough to take over as The Tonight Show host in 1962, finding the forum where he would be king for the next 30 years.
Are you practicing safe sex?
You should have asked me that question 30 years ago. From here up, I'm fine. From here down, I need makeup.
It's a wild night, especially with the world in such interesting... I was going to bring you a VCR, but the stores had none.
They should use Velcro for surgery.
Yeah.
They should just use Velcro for surgery. I always felt that. Well, you have to open the guy up again.
Johnny's show became an institution, invitations coveted, a guest appearance not only prestigious, it could launch a career.
Thank you for my first appearance on the show. Thank you for my career. Thank you for letting me guest host for you, because I would not be sitting here ever. They all thought I stank, and you were the first one to say you're funny. And thank you.
But it's time to call it quits, he says. Leave the studio after the show, as he has so many nights before.
Well, we're winding down.
Winding down one of the most successful television runs in history, and winding down as privately as possible.
Everything comes to an end. Nothing lasts forever.
Tonight's show is going to be a little different than we're used to. There won't be any guests, just Johnny, Ed, and Doc kicking around old times and showing their favorite clips.
And the show is just a few minutes away now, and the excitement is really building.
Especially at a Carson watching party out in Metairie, and that's where Jared Bro is tonight. And Jared, you look just a little overdressed for the crowd.
I'm the guy that has the tie on. The people behind me, as you see, all have their pajamas on. Earl tells me that he's really going to miss it. How much are you really going to be missing Johnny?
I'm going to miss Johnny Carson show very much. And I'm not just speaking for myself, but for everyone here at Nixon Metairie. And I'm sure for most of America, it's a tradition that everyone's going to miss.
All right, thanks a lot. I want to show you quickly, we even have Sophie the parrot, an actual guest who has been on the show. And so that I'm not overdressed, Tommy Tucker from WCKW has, in fact,
Jared, you got to loosen up here. You're
brought me some PJs. It is polyester, so I'm going to try to stay away from anything hot.
Polyester, don't get too close to an open fire. You could go
Gotta go. Here's Johnny.
There you go. Let's put him on right there.
Put him on.
Oh, fun, Jared.
Yeah, get your seat down front, Jared. Oh, boy, we're really going to miss Johnny Carson.
This is going to be an emotional night for all of us, I know.
All right, well, stay tuned for Johnny Carson. He's coming up next. In the meantime, that's our news. We'll see you next week.
Next news in an hour, but don't go anywhere. The Tonight Show is next. Good night.